Hey, welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I'm here, just welcome back. Watch me do something dumb. Sorry, I'm still kind of sick, and that's not what I expected.
Gone. What could it mean?
I'm waiting for when it does like a horror game move or something where something changes in here. Oh, is that open? Are things changing or am I losing my mind? I might be losing my mind. I'm probably losing my mind. It's fine. I'm just a crazy person. Let's...
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
it's that thing I talked about.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
We'll open them.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Okay.
Then.
I think I made him mad. Oh.
Come, Stanley. Ooh. Let's find the story.
Oh, that's mean. Oh, you called my bluff so hard. Okay. We'll stick with... Whoa. Whoa. Oh, fuck you. It's a maze. Alright. Stick to the right. Stick to the right. Stick to the right. Stick to the right. Stick to the... right.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That makes sense. I do miss memos because I'm a rat.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yeah, this is worse.
This wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Good idea. That's stuck in the door. I don't know why, but I'm waiting to see if he says anything. And I don't know when I will give up on the idea of him saying something about this. So I'm just going to keep going. And I will die on this hill. Feels like I'm playing Fallout 3 again. Just constantly be crouched. And Skyrim, because Stealth Archer. Oh boy, Stealth Archer.
I knew we'd miss something.
Of course.
The story. Here
what is
it
this?
Comes.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense, though. This isn't how rooms work. That's not...
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I wonder what's going to be back the other way. Oh, it's something completely different. Okay. Thought it was going to be a dead end. This is that horror movie thing. Did you run out of budget? Is that what happened?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Neat.
Is this the story?
Are we in Montana?
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Yeah, this looks an awful lot more like the house I grew up in.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you
No.
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh.
Congratulations!
I win.
I know you put in a lot of
There we
hard
go.
work, and it really paid
Mark it
off.
down.
So, good
I'm the
job.
Victory. I'm the victory?
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and
drove
square,
you kind of
and
insane.
this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Me
I don't
too.
care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Well, we don't even have a door, so... Yeah.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Sure. That's not the way I go, though. This room, that's got the chairs in it.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Uh-huh.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
The story has nothing to do with the destination. The story is a journey itself.
A journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself.
Good stories don't even need a destination sometimes.
Oh, that got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
Back there?
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think
followed.
what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay, it's good music. It's just not what I was expecting for lighten. Yeah. I've changed my mind about following your line. Okay. Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances. That makes sense. Annual reviews, consultation reports, department accounts. Fuck. Employee 432 peer reviews. That's funny. Alright. I like that. That was good. I'm very happy with that. Not liminal space. Nightmare fuel. No, I don't know what it...
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It kind of looks a lot like the 7 Days to Die ferns. Some of them plants. Anywho, I should play more of that game. I need to reinstall it, I think.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
The line is the perfect idea. I should stick with the line. The line knows what it's doing. Line is gone. I'm leaving. Fuck the line. The line is a traitor. Judas. The line is a Judas. I will follow the line no further. I know the routes. I'm good. I don't need to end there.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Perhaps. Let's follow the line. Which one was the... Oh, it was this one. This is the one. I guess we'll just go end the line story then and reset once again.
Oh, no, not again.
Yeah.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Yeah. Oh, the line's still here. I can't... Oh, I can move. Crisis averted.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in... Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I thought that was an office, but who the fuck cares?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
The fucking lunchroom was more exciting than this back rooms. Oh, God, it's a spiral now. I got enough problems with spirals, man.
Be, Stanley, I'm ready
Take a top
for
of
it.
girl. Hey, we're out of the spiral. I didn't hear what he said. It probably didn't matter.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Welcome back.
No lines or monitor rooms.
Well...
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, it's kind of just walking with us right now. If you see the line as like the remains of a time traveler trying so hard to travel with us and just like losing their mind as they run along here, like this is a snail trail of a very fast snail that's traveling through time very quickly and leaving a trail as it's trying to meet with us. That's why there's damage done where it goes. I can't follow the line, so...
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Great.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
No.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
What?
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Man, that was...
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Wait, where are we now then?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
What?
Am I just
Where are
supposed
we?
to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Oh, just here we are.
My mind goes blank simply because
narrator
it's written
forgets.
here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted
Longer
me?
off is simply black
Why don't I
space.
get to decide? Why don't
Oh!
I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep
Find a
restarting.
bookstore, get
I
bored,
don't want to
and
forget
leave.
what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I'm also...
Time return stopped? Does that mean...
Because we're not playing it anymore.
Did we break the cycle?
Oh.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
That's a fair point.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Fuck Christ!
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes,
Perhaps
I did.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It is very comforting.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle
Consistency.
charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper.
The fact that it feels like a lobby
darker.
to a pediatrician.
But eager to get back to business,
Don't know
Stanley
why.
took the first open door on his left.
Sure don't. Not gonna jump to my death
Stanley
this
was
time.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yes, have been done, long done.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Maybe.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Hopefully.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Are you threatening
to put
someone?
your work aside, to let her back into your life.
What the fuck are
She's
you
been
talking
waiting.
About? Who? I have a wife, man. I don't need whoever you're trying to lead me to. This is a death door. Okay.
That's her, Stanley. You need
Mom?
to be the one to do this.
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Oh, come on.
There we go. That
Did
makes
you
so much
actually
more
think you
sense.
had a loving wife?
No,
Didn't want to commit their life to you.
She
I'm trying to make a point here,
hates
Stanley.
my guts.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
Oh,
Let me
cool.
show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Ooh. Oh. Good morning, employee. Press G on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Hey, honey, you want to get fondled? What? Oh,
Look
well,
at
sure.
him there, pushing
You want to get
buttons,
fondled by
doing
a
exactly
creepy man
what he's
who's
told to
alone in a
do.
big office
Now
building and
he's
losing his
pushing a
mind?
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's
Well, 'cause
going
that's important.
home.
She didn't consent.
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Don't disappear.
From behind his desk, Stanley
the only thing
dreamed
that's
of
permanent.
wild
You must stay with me
expeditions into
forever.
the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh!
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
That did
the
happen.
The thought excited him terribly.
To spend time with the boys. Oh, yeah!
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh, is that what happened? M to prepare dinner? Sure!
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
Doesn't this feel a little bit more
intimate
now?
Down
bit like
one
we're
path lay
sneaking
an
around the
enormous
library.
round room with monitors and mind controls.
Not too strong.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Huh? A game with a baby? Ooh, I have kids?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it.
That's really concerning.
And then again, and again.
Where are these children coming from? Why do I have
that it would never
Whose
end,
kids?
That he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
That'd be great. Oh, I love you.
There is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
True.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
That's not quite true. I have gotten past that. Ooh, bedtime.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Well, that's just life in general.
He won't stop.
Everybody's dying all the time.
Watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Fascinating place. I'm going to open a Pepsi. All right, I'm bored.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Oh!
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Ah, there we go. I was like, I'm trying. I don't know what you want from me here, man. You.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers.
Something is definitely different.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
I didn't expect such a deeply personal attack, but here we are.
When Stanley
Since
came
you're
to
so
a set of
accurately,
two
why
open
not?
doors,
Let's see
he
what I can
entered the
fuck
door
up
on
down
his
this way.
left.
I went to the right last time. Let's go this way. Meeting
Yet there
room.
was not a single person here.
Read everything
either.
here.
Feeling a wave
Do
of
unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing work all the time,
Stanley
every day, with no
decided to
exception
go
of
up to
promotion
his
or
boss's
recognition.
office,
Don't get
hoping he
fired.
might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Yeah, that does sound like what I'm used to. It was like my childhood. Make sure you slide. Your slide has a slick blue graphic on the header, and throw some bevel on that text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Okay. Doubt.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please come to the staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Creepy. Hello. Oh, this is...
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
That would be awful, especially when everyone else is gone too.
Risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why didn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
I've noticed that one.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself,
kind of at random.
This is all too strange.
There's
this
like a batch
real.
of them, and it just kind of like randomizes the batch, and that's a good way to do that.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh,
he yelled.
Okay,
this is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real life.
Might as well get some dream exercise so my dream body's worked out.
Enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah, can I go anywhere? This is kind of how some of my lucid dreams go. My brain doesn't like it when it... Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he'd still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I just assumed you're God.
The voice was describing itself,
And
being
you're kind of an
considered by
idiot,
Stanley,
so.
who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
That is kind of
And
weird
while he thought
and
it
just
all very
unnecessary.
odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
I flew.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
I mean, at
Stanley
this point, I'm
is
kind of in
as
a
awake
netherworld,
right
so I don't think I gotta
now
take
as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak
Resident.
these
What was
words
the word
quite
you
a
used
shock
again?
to Stanley.
My brain just
After all,
completely
he knew
lost
for
that
certain,
word.
beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
doesn't
Did the
matter.
voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yes!
How else would the voice explain
Exactly.
all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
You are
He
correct.
would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
That's what
So
I
he
am.
closed his
I'm in
eyes
control.
gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Imagine if I
the
just
press
wake
of
up
the
in my
mattress
bed right
on
now
his
like,
back.
fuck!
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I
Let
can
me
still
go back
walk.
to my job.
I don't know if it'll let me.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want
Wife's
is my
mannequin.
life exactly the way it's always been.
There.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yes, hello, cat.
I am okay.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ooh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
That's
In
true.
that moment, she thought to herself how
All
lucky
of them
she
have
was
that
to be
one
normal.
defining feature
I
that
am
every
sane.
non-crazy
I
person
am
knows
in
about. And
control
I
of
know
my
about it
mind.
because I'm
I know
definitely
what
not
is
a
real
crazy person.
and what isn't. It was comforting to think this.
I don't have
And
the
in a
defining
certain
feature
way,
that everybody
seeing
knows
this
about.
man made her feel better.
Oh,
And
that's
then she
good.
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by
Neat.
extension, the rest of her life. She had
Well,
no time for this.
not nearly
So
as much
it
as
was
you think.
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You gonna pick up the thing, or probably need your bag? Oh, that's it. I do like the idea that the end of that story was just the start of somebody else's. That is kind
All
of
of his
fun. I
co-workers
like
were
that.
gone,